Hey there, my little chocolate jars. We're gathered here today to talk about a series of shorts featured on the Jurassic World YouTube profile. What? Didn't you know that one of the most important franchises in cinema history had social channels? Evidently, Hammond's son has the dream of being an influencer by playing Fortnite. I don't know what to say. In all cases, although the videos in question are very short, they are also full of lots of interesting stuff. Let's take a closer look at what it is. Note: I won't go into explanations because I think you know what happens in Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs are cloned and escape from the fences, cuddling everyone a little too lively. Firstly, I'm pleased to note that the attention to detail is very high right from the start, with this intro that is very reminiscent of the PS1. You immediately feel enveloped in that 90s lo-fi and molasses vibe. But after a few seconds, you realize that something is wrong. It's a bit as if we were in a back room or in front of the animatronics of Five Nights at Freddy's. In theory, it's just a room and mascots for children, but you clearly feel that they are wrong, that they don't fit with the context. Luckily, Mr. DNA is there to save the day as always. I love you, Mr. DNA. But why do we have this feeling? The first reason will be understood later. The second reason is that these videos lend themselves well to arousing the so-called uncanny valley. It is a phenomenon in which we observe an ordinary situation. In this case, scientists who do scientific stuff in a laboratory. But small details highlight that the situation is not ordinary at all. Scientists who take care of dinosaurs that came out badly. We realize that the set on which the VHS is shot is very bogus, even if the actors pretend that it is not. This is what triggers the alarm mechanism. It is about the restlessness for the unknown, the unusual. A situation alien to us that could hide who knows what danger, just like in my live section. But the smart guys from InGen have already apologized. It's all voluntarily artificial. Dinosaurs are low-budget props. That's why they're so disturbing. Of course, advertising one of the park's baby triceratops would have been much more complicated. Hey, this prehistoric doggos were heavy. And they certainly didn't have very good CGI at the time, so they had to use props. Brilliant. I think someone didn't follow the advice, right, Dennis? And here are the actors who shake their hands looking into the camera. So far, they are all scenes that mimic those typical commercials that some companies use to sell well to the public, right? You know, with the happy family, where it seems like if you buy their microwave, hairdryer, carpet beater, your daily dopamine level will triple. Okay, that's a little cringe. But what's creepy about it? The first reason, the people we are seeing are all dead. This explains the feeling of uncanny. Trying to make cheerful and family-friendly what you know will become the scene of a massacre. With this music, with these shots, InGen tries to sell the same place where the greatest scientific revolution of the 20th century is taking place as an avant-garde amusement park, and even you see, a mile away, which is a very bad idea. This Velociraptor puppet, which isn't really a Velociraptor, I'll link a Red Raptorite video in the description for clarification, represents all the fear that the protagonists of the first film feel in a mirror scene. Again, we come back to the same point. The horror lies in the fact that you, the spectator, remember what will happen as soon as that animal has grown up, and that the park workers in this funny video are shaping their slow, painful departure. It's a bit like seeing a commercial with a chimpanzee after finding out that the primate, grown up, has attacked the crew. You want to warn them, you want to tell them to stop, but it's too late now. You can't help but observe the cold unfolding of events as it inexorably approaches its epilogue. Danger therefore permeates every moment. It is a kind of fear as thin as dust in the air, but omnipresent. Really elegant way to do analog horror, nice work. Never thought I'd say that when talking about Jurassic World. I really hope they make more of these VHSs. Yes. By the way, analog horror is a type of genre that focuses on recordings, music, and atmospheres typical of the videotape era, the 90s indeed. If that's your thing, YouTube channels like Spectre or Battington have a lot of great content following this strand. Cool details here. These frames are taken directly from the first chapter. Noise. Maybe they're laying the groundwork and testing the waters for a nice Jurassic Park reboot done right. Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Spielberg's first film. It's well done, exciting, and keeps you on edge. I still remember the fascination I felt when my mother told me about it. A story with dinosaurs done so well you can almost touch them? Now I'm just a little galvanized forever. I literally salivated at the idea of seeing it on TV, but for a long time I couldn't do it. Yes, my parents when I was 5 were afraid I might got impressed. Still me, 4 years later, saw all the Alien movies and The Thing by myself. Freedom! In short, if I'm passionate about scientific sectors and I've decided to embark on this YouTube journey, it's also thanks to Jurassic Park. But I admit that I would like to see an even more crude and horror transposition of this masterpiece, perhaps more faithful to the books. Yes, maybe some of you don't know it, but the saga is partly based on 2 books. And to give the idea, in the first pages of the printed version there is a minutely described infant. Babies eaten by little theropods is what you are looking for from Jurassic Park? Then you can buy Crichton's original works from the affiliate link. By doing so, you help support the channel and treat yourself to a good read. Also put a like, subscribe by ticking the bell icon, and leave a comment if you like the video. I think it's the worst commercial ever created.